And then I come out today in this finally glorious rain. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our bubble. My name is Katie, and I live in Central Kentucky Zone 6B. And we have been going through quite the drought. I don't think it has rained in 3 weeks. I'm not 100% sure on that. The ground is very dry, and there's not much I can do as far as planting my plants or even my little seedlings because the ground needs water. We need moisture. I like for everything to get the best head start, and the best way to do that is for it to have rained for a day or two at least before I go to put new plants and seeds out. So as far as today, I am working on getting the fence put back up around the garden because the chickens just will not stay out of the garden. No big surprise by people that own chickens. They are quite nosy. Today we're using a tamper, which is that gray object that I held up. If you have never used a tamper before to run stakes into the ground, they're heavy. And I got about halfway through the garden, and to be honest, I just kind of pooped out. The tamper, it is quite the workout. So, and it didn't help that the ground was so dry, but I did end up enlisting a little help. This is my wonderful husband, Neil, and he knew I was struggling and decided to stop what he was doing and give me a hand. I am using pallets on all the corners of the garden just because I was helping my place of employment to get rid of them, and I thought they might kind of dress things up a little bit and maybe make it a little easier to get the fence up. You all let me know what you think down in the comments below. So today is day 2 of trying to get the garden ready for, like some rain. And I came across to devastation on what little I have. There is not one strawberry in my bed. I am so irritated. That's where a strawberry used to be. Do you see any red spots? Because I do not. That's where a strawberry used to be. That's where a strawberry used to be. And then I came around and found, oh, there's an entrance. So the other day I came out to collect strawberries only to realize that there were none. All gone. I had like 10 I could have picked, and they were gone. And so I found a hole. So no big deal. So we get the fence up. Just figured it was chickens causing a ruckus, and I sealed up the hole, and then I come out today in this finally glorious rain, and to this. A new hole has appeared. This tells me that the thievery is not caused by my chickens, but most likely a squirrel or a chipmunk. Kevin does take care of most of the chipmunks, but our squirrels are quite large, and we do have a couple, a male and a female, that has lived here for about 3 years now. They live up towards the house. And I love them. I enjoy them, and they'll bring their babies down for us to see. But I don't love holes in my netting. And to be honest, I don't know what is making the hole. I'm assuming it's something with tiny hands. We'll have to fix this. Though the devastation of my strawberries is a little heartbreaking, that's not why we're out here. We're out here today to move some tomato plants and see what else we can get planted now that it's finally started to rain. I'm so excited. I don't normally really start tomatoes in the house because I don't have to. They pop up in the spring every year. Anytime I have a rotten tomato or anything, I just throw it down on the ground, and next year it gives me nice new plants. These tomatoes most likely are Campari, which are ones that I buy from Costco, and I planted a bunch of the seeds last year. We are cleaning up the bottoms of them like you would normally do for your tomato plant so that we can bury them in the dirt as deep as possible and that they will start new roots. Along with our tomatoes, we're also going to plant some basil in with them. I do start my basil in the house from other basil plants. They are one of the few plants that I buy. I just pinch off the top and put them in a little water and get beautiful roots so I can make a nice new plant. We are incorporating the basil in with the tomatoes because I have heard that it keeps the hornworms away. This is a hornworm that was on one of my tomatoes last year. Now that all the Camparis have been transplanted, we're going to move on to a different kind of tomato. The Campari tomatoes are indeterminate tomatoes, which means they keep growing and growing. These are called Sweet Pea tomatoes, and they are a determinate tomato, which means they reach a certain height and then they don't really grow anymore. These actually make like small bushes. Here's a few from last year. They don't get very big. They're only about the size of a sweet pea. So some of them have blooms on them already. We're picking those off because we don't want the plant to worry about growing tomatoes right at this time. I need them to concentrate on root growth since they're being transplanted. Something else I do that a lot of people frown upon is I collect seeds out of the vegetables that I buy at the grocery. Never had a problem with them growing or making vegetables of their own. So the other day we had some acorn squash, and I totally forgot to save out some of the seeds. So I'm picking them out of the compost.
Look at that, there's a bunch. They've already sprouted.
Something else I'm going to go on and get in the ground today are zucchini plants. These are jade, gold, and emerald zucchinis. Upon my surprise of opening the bag, I realized that all the seeds are color-coded. I don't think I've ever seen this before, and to be honest, I'm not really for sure what I think about them having color on them, but no matter. We're still going to get them in the ground. Now, in the tire at the end of one of our rows, I said I was going to plant herbs and flowers in our tires. These are Celosia cristata. I'll put the name up on the screen. I better know them as coxcomb or wool flower. They were in an arrangement that I got, and I noticed using them as decoration that they dropped out a bunch of seeds. So we're going to put the teeny weeny little seeds in there, and I'm also going to break up the flower itself because it's kind of dense like a sponge, and I thought it would help hold moisture in. As far as our second little row here, at the beginning, we are transplanting our acorn squash that we dug out of the compost that had already sprouted, which was a wonderful surprise. And then towards the end, I am planting some spaghetti squash that came from a spaghetti squash we ate the other day that I saved the seeds from. We love spaghetti squash. It is much lower in calories and does not spike your blood sugar levels like regular noodles would do. My boots got a little mud on them. Just a little. So I hope everyone has a wonderful week, but until then, enjoy my hummingbird.